The iMapper, it's a piece of digital technology that actually takes precise kind of readings, and you know that it's going to pick up everything within that area. It's very helpful. I mean, one, it means that we know exactly what we're working with, and we can actually, in a short space of time compared to actually having to measure it ourselves and actually work it, spend hours on site, we can get something done relatively quickly. Well, I work for Lapworth Architects. We're based in Birmingham, England. We work primarily on private residential properties of various sizes. Sometimes it's new build, sometimes it's extension kind of work. But that is the main area which we focus in. Obviously, when it comes to the iMapper, it's more with regards to renovations and extensions. We do specialise in green belt areas and conservation. With regards to Greenbelt, these are areas considered to be of outstanding beauty and areas that require protection in the country. So with this, there is a limited amount of development and extra kind of precautions and attentions that need to be taken to with regards to detailing and what we produce in those areas. Basically, it's to preserve the natural beauty of the rural countryside. So that is the real main focus when it comes to Greenbelt, especially from a planning point of view. Potentially, yes, that's correct. And sometimes it comes down to renewable energies and resources as well to help the area out, so you're not causing any harm to, as things are when it comes to energy and renewables, fossil fuels and so forth. It's very helpful. I mean, one, it means that we know exactly what we're working with, and we can actually, in a short space of time compared to actually having to measure it ourselves and actually work it, spend hours on site, we can get something done relatively quickly, compile it down into the data on the computer, look at it and go, well, logically, this is what's going on behind the surface without having to start tearing things away, which is always the second course of action if we're not sure. So it really does help from that sense. Also, as you pointed out in one of our first videos, that ability to just turn it around and to get an immediate topographical kind of layout, so to speak, so to know what the immediate context is and what kind of external impacts we're working at, so we don't end up with a door that's half a metre or something above the garden, so to speak. Absolutely. I mean, the simple fact of the matter is, beforehand it was just a couple of us going out with a tape measure, a laser distometer or something like that, and well, the level of detail will only be limited to what we remember and what we notice, what we see there. With the iMapper, it's a piece of digital technology that actually takes precise kind of readings, and you know that it's going to pick up everything within that area, which does make life a lot easier. Absolutely, and I always miss one dimension that's always the most important dimension. So knowing that it's definitely there, it's comforting actually to know that. Yes, we've always grown up with, the latest bits of technology. I remember when it starts off with just having a computer on your desk and you're just kind of like, oh wow, what's this kind of thing? And slowly but surely it becomes your smartphone, this new device for dimensioning and so forth. I mean, it's fantastic, but everything in moderation probably. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it, one, it cuts down on time, which is always a big one. But two, it does things more precisely. I mean, the thing with technology is that it's always about a measured response. You go completely reliant on technology, it won't necessarily, and it doesn't know exactly what it is that it's measuring or looking at. You put it in the middle of a room, it'll go, well, these are the dimensions, but what kind of room is it? What is that use? That's where we come in and we inform. So it's always this kind of midway intermediary kind of responses to collaborating with the technology, so to get the best results. And to an extent, that's knowing where my limitations are as much as the devices. But I think that is something that's quite important to keep in mind when doing these things. That's an interesting one. I mean, there's always these very interesting things. I mean, I guess when I started working in architecture thing, my main agenda was to just have a job where I can just sit down, draw and design things. I'd never really cared whether they saw a practical completion or they got through to the bitter end. At least I was having that fun in kind of creating spaces, creating objects. As time goes by, I guess I've lent more fascination into that detailing, getting that, how it works, how all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle come together, so to speak, and all that. And yeah, eventually seeing that final product there and going, yeah, this has come out all together right. That wasn't how I drew it, but never mind. Yeah, it looks brilliant.